What's going on, everyone? Papa Joker back at it again with all the PC gaming news all the time. Today we're going to be talking about Battlefield 2042, everyone's favorite game to shit on, because it's already having a free weekend and a significant discount less than a month after launch. I've been playing Battlefield games for over 10 years. I can't remember a single time that one of them has been discounted and given a free weekend this soon after launch. Also, we've got some leaks about the upcoming Star Wars Eclipse game from Quantic Dreams, and also a demo has been released for the upcoming Expeditions Rome turn-based RPG available now on Steam. So let's get fired right into the news. But first, today's video is brought to you by SuperCDK.com, where you can save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro for just $19.50, and then you can unlock the prestigious Dark Mode on Windows 10 and take advantage of that. I couldn't live without it. And if you shoot over there right now, you could save 25% off. Hit the Buy Now button and then put in my code JP25 at checkout. I'll walk you guys through the process right now so you can see how much money we're saving and how to go ahead and install this on your Windows 10 PC. That brings our price down to $14.62, total savings of almost $5 using that JP25 code, which will work for any software products over there. Once you're done with that, go ahead and click on Submit Order and select your payment mode of choice, which me personally is PayPal, and then I'll go ahead and complete the checkout by clicking on Pay Now. After completing the checkout, it'll bring you to your purchased order page, and it will update in a matter of seconds, or just go ahead and hit F5. Go ahead and do that one time. It came through literally immediately. I got the payment email that it had gone through and the delivery of the product exactly at the same time. Once you're done with that, go ahead and click on View Keys and Codes, and we'll get our code right here that we can go ahead and copy and paste in on Windows 10 by hitting the Start button and type in the word Activate. When you see that activation settings or see if Windows is activated, go ahead and click on that, and it'll bring up this right here, and click on Change Your Product Key or Unlock Windows 10. As I already have Windows 10, I obviously don't need to put in a new key, but just paste it in and then go ahead and click Next, and you are all done and set. For more information on SuperCDK.com as well as the coupon code, be sure to check out the links down in the description below. First up, though, Battlefield 2042. Everyone already knows it's a shit show. I'm not going to sit here and just, rain crap all over the game. I've done plenty of that already up until this point. But the game is already getting a free weekend, which you can play right now on the PC. It seems like, though, oddly, they're not doing one on the consoles, which I thought was a little bit odd, as that would have expanded it to a lot more people. But from what I could tell, this is only going to be on the PC, and it's also being heavily discounted. So the free weekend for Battlefield 2042 has actually already begun as of earlier today. So if you haven't had a chance to try 2042 for yourself and you want to waste some bandwidth on downloading this game, if you can call it a game, then you're more than welcome to go ahead and do so from now until Monday, December 20th. So it's going to be throughout the whole weekend, and it is expected to end at 3 a.m. Eastern time on Monday, but there's been no confirmation on that as far as I can find. It is being discounted already by 34% on the standard edition, dropping from $60 down to $39.59. So you can already get the standard edition of this game for a pretty hefty discount, 34% off. They've also got the gold edition on sale for $69.29, which is 23% off. And the Ultimate Edition, please don't buy the Ultimate Edition. Don't do it. It's 19% off at $89.09, kind of like odd sale prices, honestly. But there it is. It's already on sale. The game has been out less than a month. It's on sale, and they're doing a free weekend, obviously in an effort to boost the player populations on the game, as it has been struggling and losing a lot of players, even having more people on Farming Simulator than on Battlefield 2042, at least on Steam anyway. We don't have the origin numbers and all that, but on Steam it is definitely getting crushed by not just Farming Simulator, but quite a few games, and it's got terrible reviews over there as well. The game is actually so bad that it's become a meme at this point, with a upcoming game being listed for December 31st, 2021, called Clownfield 2042, which is described as a FPS where you take a role of a unique soldier equipped with 6 weapons that has to fight enemies and win the front. After 2022 crypto crash, majority of nations collapsed, and a unique of no clowns has been formed, and you happen to be one of them. And it's basically like Battlefield, but with really wonky graphics and kind of looks like this guy right here looks like, where is he? This guy kind of looks like those, what are those guys from South Park? I forget, from the Canadian guys. Like, buddy, I can't remember their, Terrence and Phillip. That's what he kind of reminds me of Terrence and Phillip, or basically every other Canadian character on the South Park series, which has a second part actually to the post-COVID specials, and actually really, really good. Hope I recommend it. Check it out. I love South Park. But yeah, this is interesting. I highly doubt this game is going to be taken seriously at all, but how funny would it be if this game comes out and has more players active on Clownfield 2042 than on the actual Battlefield 2042 via the Steam numbers? We'll have to keep an eye on this one and check it out shortly after launch, which, as I said, is supposed to be December 31st at the end of this year, so only a couple of weeks away. Probably going to be more polished than Battlefield 2042. I think that's kind of a given at this point. Next up, we've got a leak concerning the Quantic Dream upcoming Star Wars game, Star Wars Eclipse. Now, Quantic Dream, in case you're not familiar, typically do Sony exclusives, and they're usually just very narrative-driven games. They're more or less like interactive movies. They did Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. All three of the games, while very different narratively, all follow the same type of gameplay beats where you're more or less just, interacting in conversations, and there's a lot of quick time events and stuff like that. Very little action where you're really in control of your character. And Star Wars Eclipse is going to be from them, and it's seeming like it's going to be a completely different type of game from them, described as an action adventure game, which is actually having some issues early on in its development, but it's also expected to be a few years away from now. So taking a look over on Twisted Voxel, we've got a list of leaked information about the game, and the source of the leaker is ACCNGT, who also leaked a screen cap of the reveal trailer, as well as the name of the game prior to the game being announced at the Game Awards last week. So he does have a credible track record, but as always, take any rumors and leaks with a grain of salt. And he says it is described as an action-adventure game, and it will feature interactive storytelling. I'm thinking something maybe like a BioWare-ish type of game, since that type of storytelling and interactive conversations is not much of a stretch for Quantic Dream based on the games they've done in the past. He also says the game is inspired by The Last of Us, and that it will be open world and will feature some type of competitive multiplayer. It is also being described as an ambitious and original project, and the action gameplay is described as being traditional. So I'm thinking something like Jedi Fallen Order. The story will be non-linear. It will feature more playable characters than any other Quantic Dreams game in the past. The development started more than a year and a half ago, and they are using their own in-house engine for it, and Quantic Dream Montreal and Paris are both working on the game. Now, there's also a second source for a couple of leaks on this game from Tom Henderson, who we've talked about a lot recently, who did a very deep dive on the development process of Battlefield 2042. He's been a longtime member of the Games Press, writing for websites such as IGN, and he had a few tidbits of information as well, like the game being written by Quantic Dreams Paris, and David Cage is involved. I'm not too sure who that is, but I'm guessing maybe he's been involved in previous games with them. And it is expected to launch in 3 to 4 years, so already having a year and a half in development process and another 3 to 4 years to go. That's a pretty long development time on this game, so hopefully it's hopefully ends up coming out a little bit more polished than Battlefield 2042. And he also said that they are struggling due to using their in-house engine, which is not built for the open world, and that makes a lot of sense. If they've been, it's the same engine probably as Detroit Become Human, I would think. And yeah, those games were not built to be open world, and they're still using the same engine for it. So hopefully this, they kind of work that out over the next 3 to 4 years, and we get a polished project. It's definitely a game I'll be keeping an eye on. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'll definitely keep an eye out on this game, and hopefully when it does come out, it's good. I'm not going to get myself too hyped about it. That's what happened with Star Wars 1313, and then Kathleen Kennedy pulled the rug out from under us and took that game away, and then we got Jedi Fallen Order, which was actually pretty good. Last up, before we get out of here, there is a demo that has been released for the upcoming turn-based RPG called Expeditions Rome, which is a second game in the franchise. There's a previous game that came out in 2017 called Expeditions Vikings. So this is going to be a continuation of the Expeditions franchise, and it's, like I said, it's a turn-based RPG. From what I can tell, I've never played the Viking game, but looking at the trailers for it and reading through some of the descriptions of it, it sort of sounds like it's similar to Divinity, like Divinity Original Sin or Divinity 2 for that matter, as it's like an isometric RPG with turn-based combat and role-playing game where you have a companion. Unfortunately, it is only single player, so no co-op on it, like in the Divinity games. But you basically get to create your own Roman character and then follow through a story with a companion and stuff, and it sounds pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm just really wanted to do a PSA on it because there's a demo available for it now. Over on Steam, I downloaded. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. It was about 25 gigabytes to download, but if you just go to the Expeditions Rome page, you can go ahead and grab the download right now. And it is said to be releasing on January 20th of 2022, about a month from now. So there you go, demo available for that. Go ahead and check it out. I read the description. Some people it said it's about 4 hours long. Roughly. So a decent chunk of the game. Give you a good idea if you want to pick it up or not when it's released, and it was listed as $35. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, though. Hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. Let me know if you get a chance to try out Battlefield 2042, and if it's your first time playing the game, being that it is going to be a free-to-play weekend, and if it ends up swaying you one way or the other on deciding to pick this game up now. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below your opinions on that, and hope you all have a fantastic weekend and a happy holiday. I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra.